Take me through that, man. Maybe not the way you wanted it to end, but points are points at this point. Is that how you have to look at it?
Yeah, I can't harp on it too much. I have another regular season round, and if I focus too much on what happened, how it went down, then I'm not going to be able to put everything into the next round that I need to, because I'm still not guaranteed a slot. We don't know, what other power the people are scoring and what else is going on. So I really just have to. I apologize to Thiago. Hugged it out. He was like, what, it happens. It's part of the fight game, and we just kind of hugged, embraced, and I've got another fight in August I need to prepare for.
You ever landed a kick that hard on somebody in that spot before?
I've had one landed on me pretty hard like that before, and I think one other time I've landed a kick like that on somebody. He actually caught me with a punch to my chest, and it knocked me back as I was kicking. So it kind of lead me into it, and I was worried for a second that I was going to get a DQ and no points at all. But Keith Peterson said he was going to rule it incidental, so I realized that I believe I'd won the first round, and I thought that meant that I was probably going to get that those points at least. I didn't realize I was going to get 5. But again, like you said, not how I wanted to go down, but just got to move on from here.
When the kick like that lands, do you know instantly, as the guy who threw it, that, oh man, this could be a problem for him to get back up and be normal?
Yeah, kind of. I still feel it on the outside of my shin. So I knew I'd either connected with another bone of his, or I had hit the cup. And when you throw the inside leg kick, that's always there's always a good chance that you could hit that. So
it's always nice to hear that he's not too upset about. Obviously he's upset. He's not going to get any points, but yeah. He doesn't harbor any ill will towards you, one would hope.
No, he said he didn't, and he said he was just a little confused. He thought the commission would have ruled it a no contest, but he hugged me, and he was like, I knew coming here that I could lose to you just like I could beat you. So this is just part of the game. So that really kind of picked my spirits up, because I'm happy that I won and got the points, and I'm moving on to the next round, basically unscathed. But you never want to win like that. You never want to, it just leaves kind of a funky taste in your mouth.
Still a huge win for you. It's a win over a huge name. I doubt you've fought anybody with a name like that so far in your career. So talk a little bit about that and what that does for the confidence level going forward, especially since you said you felt like even before the kick that you had won the first round. Yeah,
no, that was a huge unknown for me. These guys have all known each other. They've all competed in a lot of the same organizations, the UFC, WSOF, Bellator. A lot of these guys have performed at the highest level of the sport, so they know that I can compete with these people. I had no idea. I'm one of the few guys coming off of a regional scene, and this was a massive step up in competition. He's ranked number 40 in the world, as a featherweight, and I'm barely cracking, top 100. So to be able to go in there and have the round that I had the first round and be able to hang, it's like, okay, I'm here. This is, I'm a part of it. I belong here. So that was really cool. That was my, I belong with these guys moment.
And coming into this, how important was it for you to get a finish? Because we saw 2 weeks ago guys really kind of going after it, and they seem to understand pretty quickly that, hey, 3 points is great, but after 2 fights into this thing, not getting 6 or 5 or 4 might mean the difference between being in the playoffs and not.
Yeah, it really depends on how the field fights. And seeing from the first PFL, everybody's going out there and knocking out, putting 6 points on the board. So I think going out there and getting, a 6 or a 5, a 4, that's a lot better chance going into it. It makes you a little more settled going into your next round, knowing, okay, I have these 6 or I have these 5 on the board. If I get a decision, there's a very good chance that I'm still going to make the playoffs. Whereas, like you said, if you get a decision, there's no guarantee.
Just talk about this format of how this whole thing works in general. It's a little bit different than anything else that's out there right now. And how did you feel about that coming in? And especially when you have such a big, 7-figure number waiting at the end of the thing in December, if you can make it all the way through the thing.
I love it. I love it. It's a breath of fresh air. I feel like there's such a stranglehold, there's such a monopoly on mixed martial arts, the sport as a whole. And I feel like what the executives at PFL and a lot of the fighters are trying to do is we're trying to wrestle that stranglehold away a little bit and just kind of open people's eyes to the different avenues that there are for mixed martial artists, and the fact that they're willing to partner with the fighters and willing to take the time to see what works for fighters. And you want to you can't just tell somebody to go out there and just fight this way without giving them an incentive or a reason why to do it. And this point system gives people a real incentive and a real understanding that I gotta, the fire is up to my butt. So let me get on the sticks. Let me get rolling. So this is really cool. I love the format. I love the feel. you know, every fighter's like, the next fight is my next important fight, but there was just an air out there of just newness and of hope and this this expectation of all us fighters, and it's just such a cool thing to be a part of.
Awesome. Congrats, man. Good luck in your second one.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.